Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning. How are you today?
Fine, sir. Thank you.
All right. That's good. Okay, so today we are continuing our lesson, reading comprehension. So before we start our lesson today, let's recite Al-Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, and then I'm inviting you to be active and statement, comment, feedback, or questions are welcome. Right, so let me share you the slide. Okay. Right, so today the objective of our learning today is to identify the detailed information of the text, and then to state what the text implies, and then state the author's view, and then to identify the general information of the text. All right, so let's have a look at the first reading. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 1 to 5 minutes, yeah, to finish this question. Please answer this question in 5 minutes. All right, we can start from now. You ready? Yeah. While you are answering the question, let me read the question here. Question number 1. What does the passage mainly discuss? So when the question about what does the passage, mean the whole passage, the whole text discuss about what? Mean the question is about the topic. What is the topic of the question of the text? Okay, so the option is A, B, C, D. A, the use of non-traditional sounds in contemporary music. B, how sounds are produced electronically. C, how standard musical notation has been adapted for non-traditional sound. Has been, okay, and that's without comma. How standard musical notation has been adapted for non-traditional sounds. And D, several composers who have experimented with the electronic production of sound. Question number 1. And then question number 2. I hope you can find the answer. All right. The passage suggests that Edgar Varese is an example of composer who A, criticized electronic music as too noisy like, and then B, modified sonic of electronic instruments he used in his music. C, believed that any sounds could be used in music. D, wrote music with environmental themes. Question number 3. Question number 2 is asking about someone's view, okay, or someone's suggestion, about someone's idea, right? And number 3, according to the passage, okay, Christophe Pedrick is known for which of the following practices? A, using tones that are clumped together. B, combining traditional and non-traditional instruments. C, seating musicians in unusual areas of an auditorium. And D, playing Western music for non-Western audiences. Number 4, this question is asking about a paragraph, a certain paragraph, then be specific. It's more specific. In paragraph 3, the author mentioned diagrams as an example of new way to what? A, chart the history of innovation in musical notation. B, explain the logic of standard musical notation. And then C, design and develop electronic instruments. And D, indicate how particular sounds should be produced. Right. Okay, so are you done? Finished?
Finished, sir.
Who's done already?
Usually.
Usually done? Okay, good. What about others? Another student? Okay, so 5 minutes done already. So now have a look at the question. Question number 1. Usually, would you like to help? Question number 1. You can read the question first and then read the options. And how do you come with that answer? Just read the question first.
Sir.
Sorry?
Let me try. Sir.
Okay, yes, please.
First question. What does the passage mainly discuss?
Okay.
A, the use of non-traditional sounds in contemporary music. B, how sounds are produced electronically. C, how standard musical notation has here adapted for non-traditional
Yeah, this one is
sounds.
been, yeah, not beer, been. Has been adapted, is without comma, yeah.
Has been adapted for non-traditional sounds. D, several composers who have experimented with the electronic production of sound.
Okay.
So
your answer is?
My answer is C.
C.
How standard musical notation has been adapted for non-traditional sound.
How do you come with that answer?
Because what I read in the text is mainly discuss about the new notations of music that is different with the traditional music comes for.
Okay. All right, thank you, Yusli. So Yusli's answer is option C, yeah. All right, so what about other student? How about other student? Any other students who wants to give his or her opinion? You're welcome. Yes. Who's next? We are still talking about question number 1. Yeah, where are these other students? Only Yusli here. Come on. Okay, let me choose then. Right, so I'm not, yeah, it doesn't mean that Yusri is not good, but we are going to compare the question. Putri Khotimah, are you there, Putri Khotimah? Where is he? Putri Khotimah? Putri Khotimah is gone. Calvin? Calvin? Yes, are you there, Calvin? Yeah. Calvin used to have a good idea. Okay, Calvin.
Number 2, the passage
No, still
suggests
talking
that
number 1. Calvin, do you agree with Yusli's answer?
Oh, yes, sir. I agree, sir.
It's C. How standard musical notation has been adapted for non-traditional sounds. You agree? So you answer also C.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you come with that answer?
Mm,
Alright, so what is the question about? What does the passage mean? Ini nanyain tentang apa sih? Teks ini tentang apa yang ditanyakan? Kalau misalkan ada pertanyaan, what does the passage mainly discuss? Itu apa yang ditanyakan?
Main idea.
Main idea?
Topik utama
Main idea
yang
of what?
dibahas.
Main idea of what?
Of the text.
Of the text. Oke, main idea of the text. Atau dengan kata lain, main idea of the text itu bisa disebut dengan apa? Topik. Ya, topik bukan topik ya. Topik. Topic. Ya, the question is about the topic of the text. Ya, or the theme of the text ya. Nah, kalau misalkan, so I think last week or the previous meeting I already explained how to find the topic of the text. Can you still remember how to find the answer of the, or how to find the topic of the text? Kalian masih ingat Kak? Do you still remember, Calvin? I think Calvin joined the previous class. Masih ingat nggak caranya gimana mencari topik teks? Calvin no idea. Nah, gimana caranya? How do you find the topic of the text? Should you read all the text? Apakah harus dibaca semua teks? Boleh saja, kalau misalkan kalian ada waktu ya, that's okay. You can read the whole text. But if you have like 50 questions and the times provided is only 50 minutes or 60 minutes, 1 hour. Nah, bisa nggak kalian, nggak mungkin kan baca teks semuanya. Ya, makanya harus kalian pahami dulu. Please try to understand the question. What is the question about? Nah, pahami dulu. Oh, dia menanyakan tentang topik ini. Kalau menanyakan tentang topik itu gimana caranya? Di awal-awal paragraf itu, di first paragraph. Cari aja di first paragraph. Nggak usah kalian baca semuanya. Sama juga seperti kalian pidato. Ya, kalau kalian pidato kan nggak mungkin. Misalkan begini ya. Oke, Bapak-Bapak Ibu sekalian, saya berdiri di sini. Perkenalkan saya. Dalam hal ini saya akan menyampaikan pidato saya yang bertema. Nah, pasti temanya di awal disebut. Tema pidato saya adalah tentang bagaimana memanfaatkan sampah menjadi bahan yang bermanfaat, misalkan. So that is the topic. The topic, it is presented or introduced at the beginning. Ya, boleh aja kalian cari sampai akhir, boleh kalau ada waktu. Tapi kalau nggak ada waktu, fokus ke first paragraph. You have to focus on first paragraph. Oke, ayo kita lihat. Let's have a look the first paragraph. Composers today use a wider variety of sounds than ever before, including many that were once considered undesirable noises. Composer, nah itu sudah kelihatan topiknya sebenarnya di situ ya. Sudah dapat sebenarnya. Ya, composer Edgar Varese 1883-1965 called this is the liberation of sound, the right to make music with any and all sounds. Electronic music, for example, made with the aid of computers, synthesizers, and electronic instrument may include sound that in the past would not have been considered musical. Nah, di situ sudah dapat kita sebenarnya tentang apa sih gini? Dia tentang apa sih sebenarnya? Kalau usually kalau kamu pahami di paragraf pertama, you can say that in bahasa Indonesia. Paragraf pertama membahas tentang apa sih usually?
Tentang sound yang lebih bervariasi gitu.
Nah, bervariasi ya kan di sini gini ya. Nah, para komposer itu apa komposer? Orang yang mengkompos musik ya.
Kompos musik.
Ya, Akhir-akhir ini atau saat ini mereka menggunakan suara yang lebih bervariasi secara luas ya. Dari sebelumnya berarti yang dulu-dulu ya. Termasuk di sini adalah nah kalau kita lihat termasuk di sini adalah sesuatu yang bunyi-bunyi yang tidak enak didengar, tidak diinginkan, itu bisa dianggap menjadi musik, bisa digunakan sebagai musik. Ya kan? Nah, itu adalah penjabarannya aja sebenarnya. Ya, nah kalau misalkan kamu jawab, how standard music notation has been adapted for non-traditional sounds. Bagaimana standar notasi musik itu diadaptasikan kepada suara-suara yang tidak tradisional, non-tradisional. Dapat nggak nih di paragraf pertama, Yusli?
Yes, sir.
Di mana?
Ya, kalau saya tadi sir ngambilnya karena dia kan udah langsung ngomong ke yang musik yang udah berbeda gitu kan sir. Makanya saya milih how standard musical notation has been adapted for non-traditional sound gitu.
Bagaimana notasi musik standar musik itu diadaptasikan kepada suara-suara yang tidak tradisional.
Iya, maksudnya it's not the same like the old music gitu.
Nah, kalau di sini ini kan contohnya nih, ada yang tidak tradisional, misalkan ini the right to make music with any and all sound. Jadi dia menggunakan dengan suara apa saja lah pokoknya ya. Elektronik musik contohnya adalah itu dibuat dengan bantuan komputer atau dengan sintetisasi atau alat-alat musik elektronik. Nah, itu juga bisa dimasukkan suara-suara yang dulu tidak dianggap musik. Ya, contohnya adalah suara alam seperti petir. Ya, and electronically generated hisses and blips can be recorded. Ya, suara-suara yang itu pun bisa direkam juga, bisa dimanipulasi juga. Then incorporated into music composition. Itu bisa dijadikan sebagai susunan musik. Tapi juga composer also draw novel sounds from voices and non-electronic instruments. Tapi juga dia juga mengambil suara dari suara-suara yang bukan elektronik. Ya, singer may be asked to scream. Contohnya seperti seorang penyanyi disuruh teriak, itu juga nanti bisa dijadikan musik. Ketawa, orang mengeram, orang bersin pun juga bisa digunakan sebagai musik. Or to sing phonetic sounds rather than word. Jadi dari suara orang bernyanyi pun begitu juga. Menyanyi bukan cuma kata-kata saja, tapi bisa jadi orang tertawa. Ya, wind and string players may lap or skip their instrument. Suara angin pun bisa juga digunakan sebagai alat musik, sebagai sumber musik. Nah, dari situ sebenarnya kelihatan ya. Kalau kita let's have a look for every single option. Option A, the use of non-traditional sound in contemporary music. Penggunaan suara-suara non-tradisional dalam musik kontemporer. What do you think? Masuk nggak? Oke, dari 4 opsi ini kira-kira kalau misalkan kalian harus eliminasi, yang mana harus dieliminasi? Ya?
Yang B sama D, sir.
B sama D. How sound are produced electronically. Kenapa B harus dieliminasi? Karena tadi ya, bukan cuma suara elektronik aja yang digunakan sebagai musik ya. Nah, berarti B oke. B saya setuju. B kita eliminasi, kita buang. D, kenapa D harus dibuang?
Karena balik lagi ke yang tadi sir kan, yang komposer pertama yang disebutin aja dia bukan cuman dari elektronik.
Nah, kita tidak membahas komposer di sini ya. Komposer yang bereksperimen ya. Kalau kita lihat dari sini, kita tidak membahas komposer yang bereksperimen. Tapi bagaimana musik itu perbedaan musik dahulu dan musik sekarang ya kan?
Yes,
Kalau
sir.
kita lihat di sini adalah perbedaan musik dahulu dan musik sekarang ya. Iya kan?
Yes, sir.
Ya sama. Ya, di sini kan bisa lihat ini. Ya today composers today use a wider variety of sound than ever before. Artinya di sini adalah perbedaan musik musik yang sekarang dan musik yang sebelumnya, ya kan? Ya, oke. Berarti D ini hilang. Tinggallah A dengan C. Kira-kira yang A dan C ini yang mana yang paling pas? Kalau kita lihat di paragraf pertama ini. Kalau kita lihat di sini lah, dia pakai lingkungan, pakai suara alam, pakai seperti guntur, petir, suara-suara itu bisa dijadikan musik. Ya, kemudian juga orang menyanyi bukan cuma kata-kata aja, kadang juga orang bersin pun bisa, orang tertawa, orang menangis itu bisa juga bisa dijadikan lagu gitu. Seorang penyanyi bisa menggunakannya itu sebagai inisiatif musik gitu. Jadi kalau kita lihat di sini adalah how standard musical notation has been adapted for non-traditional sounds. Sekira ini kurang pas ya. Bagaimana notasi? Kita tidak membicarakan tentang notasi di sini ya. Ya, notasi musik standar notasi musik itu diadaptasi dari non-tradisional, suara-suara non-tradisional. Saya kira ini kita tidak membahas tentang notasi, tapi kita membahas bagaimana menggunakan musik sekarang itu berbeda dengan musik sebelumnya. Yang mana musik sekarang ini lebih inovatif, ya tidak hanya menggunakan alat-alat suara-suara yang tradisional, ya tapi non tradisional seperti yang tidak lazim menjadi musik bisa dijadikan musik. Nah, kira-kira yang mana jawabannya? Contemporary music, what does it mean contemporary music? Musik kontemporer. Musik kontemporer itu berarti kan musik sekarang ya. Dulu nggak ada musik kontemporer. Yang ada tuh adalah musik kontemporer sekarang ya. Musik kontemporer itu apa ya? Musik yang maju, yang berkembang ya. Nah, kalau saya, my opinion is the use of traditional sound in contemporary music. Musik sekarang itu musik kontemporer. In my opinion, ya. Jadi penggunaan non-traditional sound, suara-suara yang tidak tradisional ya di musik-musik yang kontemporer yang sekarang, yang berkembang sekarang. Ya seperti dari mana kita ambil dari sini ya, the use of wider variety of sound than ever before. Nah, jadi di sini seakan-akan membicarakan tentang bagaimana musik zaman dahulu, musik sebelumnya dan musik sekarang itu sumber suara yang digunakan dari apa gitu. Kalau musik sekarang ini mereka menggunakan yang lebih non tradisional. Okay, so in my opinion the answer is A. Okay, now we go to the second question. Second question, Arinta. Are you there, Arinta?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
hear me, Arinta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please try to answer question 2.
The prefix suggests that Edgar Varese is an example of a composer who A. criticized electronic music as too noisy, B. modified sonic of electronic instruments used in his music, C. believed that any sounds could be used in music, D. wrote music with environmental themes. My answer is C, sir.
What's the answer?
Believe that any sounds could be used in music.
Okay, how do you come with the answer? Which paragraph?
In the first paragraph, the second sentence.
I cannot hear you very well. Can you put your microphone louder? Coba dikeraskan lagi ininya.
Yes, sir.
Oke?
In the first.
Ya.
Yes,
Komposer
first paragraph.
Edgar ya, Barise ya.
Yes. That he said that the right to make music with any and all sounds. So I think he is related to this paragraph, and I think the answer is C.
Okay, the answer is C. Okay, that everybody, what do you think? Do you agree with the answer or not?
I agree, sir.
You agree. Okay, right, sir. Ya, kuncinya di sini. Di mana kuncinya? Sini ya, liberation of sound, kebebasan suara ya. Ya, kebebasan suara. Dia itu terkenal dengan kebebasan suaranya. Jadi suara apa saja bisa digunakan musik ya. Liberation of sound, the right to make music with any and all sounds. Ya, jadi betul. So that's correct. Believe that any sound could be used in music. Yeah, okay, right. So now number 3. Question number 3. Cherry, are you there, Cherry? Cherry, can you hear me, Cherry? Cherry is missing. Sleeping or what? Okay, Azhami Nispi. Azhami, can you hear me, Azhami? Where is Azhami Nispi?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you are too far. Where are you?
In library, sir.
Okay, can you put your microphones closer to your voice, to your mouth?
I use the laptop, sir, so I can.
You are using laptop. Okay, try to answer question number 3.
I think the answer is.
Yeah, read the question first.
Oh, yes, sir. According to the passage, Crazy of Penderecki is known for which of the following practices? A. Using tones that are clumped together. B. Combining traditional and non-traditional instruments. C. Seating musicians in unusual areas of an auditorium. D. Playing Western music for non-Western audiences.
Okay, your
I think
answer
the
is
A.
your answer is
A. Using
A.
tones.
How do you come with that answer? Yeah. So which paragraph you can find the answer? Paragraph mana kamu
Paragraph
menemukan
C,
jawabannya, Nispi? The last paragraph?
sir.
The last paragraph. Okay, what is the clue? Keyword, what is the keyword? Ya, yang lain juga perhatikan. Coba yang lain, so other student please, if you haven't find the question, the answer, have a look on third paragraph. Ya, di sini. Ya, what's the answer? Apa ininya kuncinya? What is the clue? What is the keyword? This, ya, Nispi.
When composers such as Christoph Penderecki create sound that borders on electronic noise through tone clusters, closely spaced tones played together and heard as a mass block or bed of sounds.
Okay, that's right. Ya, jadi di sini sama, closely spaced tone played together and heard as a mass. Nih, sama ini artinya dengan clump together and played together ya. Spaced tone played together and clump together itu sama artinya ya. Yes, that's correct. So the answer is using tone that are clumped together ya. Nah, itu kadang ya dalam pertanyaan itu ya the option is having a similar meaning with the text. Jadi statementnya itu dirubah sedikit. It can sometimes it use a synonym ya. Kadang dia menggunakan redaksi yang berbeda yang berbeda tetapi artinya sama. So you must be careful with that. Yeah. All right. So students, we are now more than 40 minutes already. Yeah, unfortunately we cannot finish the whole questions. Mr. Mr. Fahrizal is waiting here, so it will be continued by Mr. Fahrizal. Okay, so we have 3 questions done already. So hopefully we can continue again next meeting. Yeah. All right. So thank you for joining our class today. We will continue again next week. Thank you. We close by reciting Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.